Why do you? Or actually, I want to judge Kai or Villain. Can you judge my debate? I say Villain, but
I feel
I'm
like
fine
I'm
with Kai.
gonna be doing my workout.
Yeah, okay.
Max, do me.
Villain.
I can judge, sure.
Nick, I'm
I'll
not
be
putting you as
real.
a judge. And
I'll be
B
real. I do
slasher
not
maybe.
trust Villain as a judge.
Can we have a
Why don't you
secondary
trust
judge?
Villain as a judge? What? You
Yeah,
saying?
why not? What's
Yeah,
the
why
problem
don't you
with
trust?
me?
I just don't trust Villain as a judge.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
just saying you
basis?
don't.
Okay.
That isn't like
That's
a good
wait,
argument.
wait. That's fine.
Do you
That's
want me
fine.
to
So
debate
that's
him being
fine.
a
That's
judge?
fine. That's fine. Jesus Christ. So Reiji, do you have like someone else you can have as judge? We could just do like one for Max, one for you, and get like a neutral judge too. Who?
You guys see
Let's do one for each, and if there's like heavy contention, I'll go over the recording.
Reiji, are you fine with that?
I can ask someone.
Get it, goons, bro.
Okay,
Nah,
so
but-
how about this? How about this? We can do that,
Yeah.
and then just like leave it to recording or whatever.
Or actually, do you want Man as judge too? Is Man fine as like a judge for you, or do you find that he's not a credible judge like Villain?
I have no clue who that is.
He's just a good debater. That's all Man is. He's just a good debater. But he does get rash sometimes, and he doesn't understand some things.
Here, I can agree for it for now, but like, I can agree for it for now. But if
How about we get Man as like as a temporary judge for now, just to like judge the debate for now.
I'm saying.
And then somebody can judge recording like Kai. Like Kai can judge recording because he's like a credible source.
Yeah, I can agree with the judge for now, but if they're saying like crazy shit I don't agree with that happened in the debate, then obviously I'll disagree.
Crazy shit that you don't agree with? Okay, whatever, that's fine. So
I'm the judge.
Yeah, just be the judge for now, and if you like, and if Reiji like really
Max
does not
immediately loses. So can we get this over with?
well, I lost. Oh well. It sucks, but yeah. Just lost.
No.
Let's end the recording, then start a new one for I can make a new debate with Reiji.
Yeah, so who's the judge?
Me, I'm the judge. Yeah, end the recording, then yeah, actually the recording's been going on for too long and it's not even the debate. So like whoever does this into debate is gonna get like 5 minutes.
Okay, stop. So I'm not the judge. Man, are you the judge?
Temporarily, yes.
Sure. So you guys can start.
Okay. Reiji, why do you think actually I'll go debate screens. Why do you think or just give me your premise for the debate?
I think it's more probable my character beats your character in a fight than your character beats my character in a fight.
What? Say that again, I couldn't hear you.
It's more probable my character beats your character in a fight than your character beats my character in a fight.
Okay. My premise is I'll just give my premise. I think that Julius scales above Misasa, so he should be able to hit him. And he just uses God Tutter to one shot.
Okay. You starting or am I starting?
I'm gonna start. So do you realize that like Lolong consider like Misasa like a legitimate threat? And that he himself would not be able to beat him, right? You obviously agree with that, right? There's no contentions. I'll even say that right there, just for like.
Agree with what?
With Lolong stating that Misasa is like a legitimate threat that he couldn't beat easily. You agree with that, right?
He says that he's a legitimate threat and that he can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you. And then in this scan right here, both like Tarashi and Lolong refer to Julius like as a monster. Do you acknowledge that? And then like a monster would just like mean like just be like a higher threat.
Why?
Why? Oh, here, let me just get that for you. Oh, because a monster in this context would just be some. Huh?
He hasn't even.
It would just be like, yeah, you're just like a monster. Not really in a fight. I said that wrong. But like they refer to him like as a monster.
So what does that mean?
A monster in this context would mean like somebody who's like able to beat Kano.
Why?
Why? Because it's stated by Lolong verbatim. Kano Agito, the once king of Kengen. Hey, shut up! You're interrupting me. Shut up. Kano Agito, the once king of Kengen the once king of the Kengen matches, and Wakatsuki Takashi, second only to Kano in power. There's no doubt in my mind that these two are top level fighters, and as I see it, Julius Reinhold is powerful enough to defeat them both.
Okay, he doesn't have like a genuine like actual knowledge on him or how strong he is. He's just seen like his physical body.
Why won't he?
That's what
Actually, no, that's not true.
Okay, when has he seen him fight?
You have to prove that he doesn't have knowledge on them. That's stupid.
He
Of course,
doesn't have knowledge on him.
Yeah, he has knowledge on them. What are you talking
Why
about?
would I need to prove a negative?
And Lolong is consistently a credible source.
Why would I need to prove a negative?
No, the reason why is because just Lolong's is a consistent credible source throughout the manga. So this statement is just true. Such as okay, I'll get that for you. Such as okay, I'll get that for you.
Tell me the instances.
The instances, yeah, no, I'm gonna get that for you. I'm just gonna get scans and tell you the instances.
Go for it.
So right here in the Toa fight, Max, you retard. I probably messed up. Yeah, I don't care. And villain's probably like Max.
No, I just wanted to call you a retard.
That's not nice. Anyways,
Okay,
so
this is an instance where he's seen the fight.
Yeah, he's seen the fight and he's like, and he's straight up. Shut! Oh my God, you're interrupting me. Shut up.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
Interrupted me.
Shut up. Oh my God. Shut the fuck. Okay. Anyways, in this instance, he like verbatim says passivity is the wrong move. Wake up, Toa. So he's basically like saying that Toa is wrong, and then later on, yeah, Toa loses. So he's a credible source. I'll get you another one.
Oh, do not shotgun. Talk about this point. Yes, he's talking about what's good to do during the fight. During the fight,
and he's credible.
Yes, he's
credible.
This is different. Wait. This is
Why
different from him. Dog. This is just different from him just seeing somebody and then saying, yeah, as I see it, this person is powerful enough and this would make him a top level fighter. It's just solely based off how he looks. I saw some 6'5" fucking roided out man with bald hair, and I'll be all like, yeah, that guy's probably
that's
strong.
a fat assumption. You're assuming that it's just based on appearance.
Well, okay, so what knowledge does he have of him? Like, when has he seen him fight?
You don't have to see someone fight. The manga doesn't have to show a flashback of Kano fighting and then Lolong going, "Oh my God, Kano!" He already has knowledge on them because he refers to them as the ones king of Kengan matches. So that means he has knowledge on them. That's stupid.
So what knowledge does he have on Kano?
He has knowledge on them because he knows that Kano was the
and Julius.
Oh my God! Stop interrupting me!
Talking.
Oh my God, you're so stupid.
Okay, stop.
And then you get
Stop. So, are you guys fine with me moderating?
Yeah, moderate, please.
Okay, Reiji. Anyways, Reiji, are you fine with me moderating?
Sure.
Okay, so from what I'm understanding, Max is currently just proving his burden. So just let him prove his burden. Let him send the scans. If you have any contention, you can go after. So go ahead, Max.
Okay, anyways, as I was saying, he's asking what knowledge does Lolong have on Kano, Agito, or Wakatsuki at all? But he clearly has knowledge of them because he refers to Kano as the once king of Kengan matches and Wakatsuki Takashi only being second in power to Kano. How would he just know that he has second in power just by looking at them? That's stupid. He obviously has knowledge on them.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. What knowledge?
Oh, yeah. So,
wait, oh my gosh. Why? Okay, wait. Can you not interrupt me, dog?
Okay, go.
Wait, stop. Go ahead, Ricky. Go ahead.
Okay. Fuck, what was I saying? I'm asking
you said you don't know, so that's what you're asking why.
I'm asking you to prove that he's seen him fight. Otherwise, from what I know, he's just talking out of his ass. Like, I don't know if this is a credible statement. I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's just saying,
I already proved why it's a credible.
He hasn't started fighting yet, and your only evidence of this is he's made correct statements in the past. Or, my bad. Afterwards.
Afterwards?
What the fuck?
Afterwards?
Yes,
No. This statement of passivity, this is not afterwards. This is during the fight. Yes, it's during the fight.
After the statement, thank you. After the statement, thank you.
What?
After the first, it's after the first statement is what I'm saying.
What first statement?
The
you're referring to. Okay,
yes.
I know you're referring to now. As I said, I already proved that he has knowledge on them. I said that he refers to Kano as the once king of Kengan matches and Wakatsuki Takashi being second in power only to Kano Agito. How is he gonna know that unless he's seen them fight or he has knowledge on them? This verbatim proves he has knowledge on them because otherwise he wouldn't say that. And then him referring to King of Kengan matches literally makes him have knowledge. You're saying that unless Reiji, stop interrupting me. Stop. I don't care. Stop interrupting me. I wasn't finished with my point. I'm not finished with my point. Stop interrupting me.
Stop. Okay, Reiji, you're gonna get muted.
Huh?
Go ahead,
Okay.
Max.
Anyways, and he keeps asking for a specific scan of Lolong watching Kano fight, which is stupid. I don't need a specific scan of Lolong watching anybody fight in order for my statement to be true. I've already proved it by him having knowledge of Wakatsuki being below Kano in power and calling Kano the king of Kengan matches. He's not talking out of his ass because he clearly has knowledge of that.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna unmute your raging. You can state your contention. You're unmuted.
Okay. I'm addressing the
Bro, what
first
is this
part
trash
specifically,
moderation
'cause
skills,
that
bro? Like,
technically-
Oh my god, this motherfucker.
Yeah, mute this nigga. Yeah, no.
Okay. He can have knowledge on Kano Gito being the king of the Kengan matches. That's fine. That's common basic knowledge. It's not like saying that he has like city block level attack potency. It's not saying that he has like it's not going deep into his power. That's a common thing that people know about. Like random spectators know that he's the king of the Kengan matches. That's his reputation. Just like how Lolong's reputation being the king. He can know Wakatsuki is second only to him in power, because I don't know, he's maybe heard about Wakatsuki's reputation and the fact that the only two people he's lost to are Hatsumi and Agito. So, like, this is just basic shit that we knew in chapter.
You're just making fat assumptions. You're making
This
fat
is an
assumptions
assumption.
about
How is this
Lolong's
an
knowledge. You're making fat assumptions that he wouldn't know anything about both Kano and Waka when I've already proved that he does, and I've made like educated inferences. You're just basically saying, yeah, him calling them. This is basic knowledge that everybody knows Kano's the king of Kengan matches, and this is basic knowledge that Wakatsuki only lost to Hatsumi-san and Kano Agito. Like, yeah, that's a fat assumption. This isn't Kengan. This isn't like MMA where it's public knowledge that Cosmo knows this famous MMA fighter. This is underground stuff. Saying that like Lolong would know about like Kengan matches is just a fat assumption. And actually, it proved. And actually, the scan of him knowing Kano Agito's power and Wakatsuki's power and their hierarchy in Kengan is just supported by me and my scan because he obviously knows knowledge about them if he's willing to make these claims, and every claim, and he's just a credible source. My bad, I just keep fumbling. But he's a common credible source. He wouldn't make these claims if he wasn't like just talking off his ass. He's obviously not talking off his ass. I've supported my claim. I can support it again with another scam by referring to Lolong as a more credible source by correcting Tarashi. I can get that for you. I'll just get that for you just in case, like, oh, you only sent one scan. Yeah, I get that. Lolong correcting people. Here you go. And if you're willing to go back and forth, like, oh, like, that, oh, Lolong has no knowledge, or oh, I think Lolong has knowledge, we can go to conclusions on this point and ask man who he thinks won.
Because
Why did this one precog him like 3 times? What the fuck?
I'm not concluding this point. I'm gonna.
I will push for conclusions if it goes circular. Yes, if it goes circular and you keep asking why, and instead of constructing a counter argument, you just keep asking why. I'll push to conclusions because you clearly have no evidence to back up anything that you're saying, whereas I do.
Okay, you can attempt to do that if I apparently go circular in your eyes. Okay. I can show random spectators knowing that Agito is like the king of the Kengan matches, but how do you think that Yamashita Kazuya knows that Lolong is like the king of purgatory? And him and Jirota actually.
Can you show that? I don't remember that at all.
Sure. If anyone has that scan, you can send it. But him talking about how Jirota and what's his name? I cannot think of his name. Lolong are like the 2 strongest people in purgatory. Something along those lines. They're the 2 kings.
Yeah, just give me a scan. And even if you do get this, I don't know how that would like, support your argument at all.
Okay, I'm asking you. I'm saying this is just basic knowledge that people can know from like word of mouth in the underground fighting arena.
Yeah, you're assuming that Lolong got that via word of mouth, and you have no proof for that. That's a fat assumption.
Okay, yeah. These can both be assumptions, but yours is also unfounded, so I don't know.
No, because I've already proved it with scans.
You've proved what? You've proved that he's seen
I
him
proved that
fight
Lolong's a credible source, and he knows stuff about Kano and Wakatsuki. Again, if you think you've beaten me on this point, we can go to conclusions.
Okay, wait.
Wait.
Him knowing stuff about them, like basic stuff, Doesn't prove that he knows the full capability of their combat in every aspect. I'm asking you to prove that he's like seen them fight or has gotten a grasp of their combat skills.
I don't need to send that. I've already proved that he's a credible source. So this statement just goes through. I don't know why you're like being so anal about it.
Okay. Time out. I think you guys can just go to conclusions at that point.
On the debate?
On the point.
Oh, yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, I said on that point. Go to conclusions on that point. Are you guys fine with that or no?
Yeah.
All right. Reiji's fine with it. Max, are you fine with concluding?
I'm fine with concluding on this point.
All right, man. Do you need them to conclude, or do you have like a
There's
bit?
some stuff in the beginning I would like to refresh on, so sure.
All right, sure. Go ahead and conclude in what order, whatever you guys want.
Reiji, go first.
Oh, I go first? Okay.
Yeah, Reiji, go first.
Ask him to prove that he's
I don't want to
seen
hear Max's
Julius.
dumbass voice anymore.
Okay, I asked him to prove that Lolong has seen Julius fight. He said he just never showed that. So he just wouldn't have a grasp on how strong Julius is based off of like his combat performance, how he fights. He doesn't know if Julius uses any type of techniques in martial arts or anything like that. I asked him to show that Agito fights. He did not show that. I asked him to show Wakatsuki has fought somebody, or Lolong is aware of these people fighting. He never showed that. At best, he knew that he was the king of Kengan matches, and random people in like chapter like 15 know that he's king of the Kengan matches, like random spectators. So I don't. Also brought up Yamashita Kazuya knowing about Lolong being the king of purgatory and what's his name? Jirota being the second to Lolong. So it's consistent for characters who are in like the underground to know about other underground promotions. Which would be smart for Lolong to do to at least get a basic grasp of these characters and how strong they would be.
That it?
Yeah.
All right, Max, speak up, bitch boy.
Alright, fuck you, man. Anyways, so my conclusion is that I gave both evidence and explanation for why Lolong is a credible source and why him saying that Julius is capable of defeating both Kano, Gito, and Wakatsuki is true. We know this because he is a credible source and tends to correct people when they are wrong. Lolong Tarashi refers to Julius as a monster, which would just put him above. Which in a monster in this case would be somebody who can defeat Kano Gito. He doesn't refute what Tarashi says. Things about him correcting people. I sent 2 scans right there. If you go up, correct Tarashi when he's freaking out. And then right here, he states that passivity is the wrong move. And then, well, this is shown to be true after Toa gets his shit knocked out. So yeah, I just think I won the point.
All right, I'll just give my verdict. I think Reiji won this pretty easily, as almost all of Max's points, if not all of them, were like very like solidly contended with. As when Max tried to justify his initial assertion of like him being a monster in comparison to Misasa, who's only like a threat. He tried to say, he corrected Toa, but then Reiji brought up the fact that simply correcting when someone's wrong in a fight doesn't necessitate having like a full extensive knowledge on someone's combat abilities, enough to say like whether or not like how they compare to someone else. I don't think Max refuted that. And when when Reiji brought up the point that like and when Max brought up the point, the fact that like Kano Agito, like Lolong knows about his like King of the Kingdom matches, and Wakatsuki. For Wakatsuki, Reiji brought up the fact that like it's pretty common knowledge that like the spectators would know about like Wakatsuki's record to like Kano and Hatsumi, and Max didn't contend this at all. And for Kano, which was contended with, I think Reiji won it. As like Max didn't, I don't think he properly refuted the fact that just regular people would know by like chapter fucking like it was a very early chapter that Kano is the king of the kingdom matches because he's literally just the fucking like the strongest at the time before like Kuroki beat his ass. So yeah, I think Reiji won.
All right, do we need to go on the
She's satisfied.
that sings to me reminds me of
brother.
What the
Yeah,
fuck is that, bro?
yeah. Mhm.
Someone tell me who that was, bro.
I'll just go to a different point. That's fine. If the Kano one didn't go through, I mean, if the Lolong one go through, I'll just go to a different point. Let me reread this.
You have no contention with my judgment? No, it's like zero contention.
I'm not gonna contend your judgment because you're a better debater than me, so I'm just not gonna do that. Duh.
Oh, pussy.
Okay, sure. So in this instance, I'm just gonna say that like
Damn, he called you a pussy.
I'm okay with that. I don't really care. In this scan, like Wakatsuki states that techniques are like powerless against Julius, and that any like techniques and strategies are like meaningless to him. And this is important because like he obviously knows he's. This is obviously after the Kuroki and Kano fight, so this is just in reference to him being above like Kuroki and Kano and technique, and like his strength, like their technique and like strength or strategies are just like above him, or that he's above.
Who's saying that?
Okay, let me reread that. Sorry. So in this scan that I sent right here in the base scans, Wakatsuki states techniques and strategies are meaningless to him. He overwhelmed technique with sheer power. So like he verbatim states that like techniques and like strategies are meaningless to him, and he states this while like this is like way after the Kano and Kuroki fight. So he has knowledge of Kano and Kuroki fight, and he just states that he's like above them.
I don't think this means that he's above techniques. I think this just means that he doesn't value technique. That's just what Julius says multiple
Why?
times throughout the series.
No, this is not what Julius is saying. This is Kano. This is what Waka is saying. Waka is saying that techniques and strategies are meaningless to like
Yes. I mean,
are
like,
like meaningless to him.
yeah, I don't think
That he overwhelms technique with sheer power.
Wait, Max. He was
I don't-
speaking. So
I
Reiji,
don't
like,
understand what-
wait, Reiji, speak up. Like, I cannot hear you. Like,
Oh
you're
shit!
breaking up
Hold
a
on.
little bit.
I forgot the gain on my microphone is really low right now. Okay, so
Thank you.
yeah, I think what he means is techniques and strategy are meaningless to him in the sense that he does not value techniques or strategy. Like, because that's what he says multiple times throughout the series.
Yeah, and that it also says that he overwhelmed technique with sheer power. Technique being like technique as a whole, like pre-initiative. That was sense. He's overwhelmed all.
Yeah, that's what
with
he
the
did
sheer.
in the scan.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
he's
he
just
overwhelmed.
above that technique. He's like above it.
Maybe that specific technique, not the entirety of
why that specific?
Not like the concept of technique as a whole.
Why?
That's what it says. It says he overwhelmed technique with sheer power.
He's not saying a specific technique. Like you're saying, like the concept of technique. Yeah, I kind of support my scan kind of supports that because he's not referring to a specific technique. He's not saying, oh, he overwhelmed Toa's technique or like all strategies or like Toa's strategy specific. He's talking about all techniques, all strategy. He overwhelms it with sheer power.
Unless you're claiming that every technique, Toa used every technique, like literally every single technique, then this doesn't make sense. Your interpretation doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because he did not overwhelm every technique with sheer power. He overwhelmed a technique with sheer power is different from like he could overwhelm technique with sheer power, or he has the ability to overwhelm technique with sheer power. It's just he overwhelmed technique with sheer power, as in like past tense. This is something that he has done in the past in reference to his fight with Toa.
I think I fumbled this. Sure. What the? What?
What is going on right now?
What is this dude doing?
Do I have perms over this guy? Can I put him in timeout, villain?
You have mods, so I think you have to.
I don't mind. So Max, just present like your contention with what he said.
Sorry, I was busy right now.
Oh, the hush mode is crazy.
Dude, is this guy serious? Actually, no. Actually, I got you.
Come here.
Right, I got you. But I'm busy right now. Like, literally, I'm sorry. I'll give you contention like right now. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
All right, sorry. There's family in the background. My bad. Retards though. Whatever. Um, actually, here I got you. So in this scan, like Julius states himself that he's like reached a higher height that like no one can put to shame. And then he literally states Wakatsuki Takashi, Kano Gido, and Kuroki Gansai being like people who like with this amazing technique that he's just reached a higher height that like not even them can beat him or put him to shame at all.
Does anything support this? Like literally anything? Could just
You
be
gotta have
him
to give
shit
counter
talking.
argument for that.
Does anything like? Sure, I think it's just him shit talking.
Okay,
Like
here.
he just thinks that he will
That's
over.
fine if you think that, you know.
Wait. Oh my gosh. Because like his entire character is that he doesn't care about techniques. He just cares about raw physical power, and he's just going to like overwhelm literally everyone with raw physical power. Probably doesn't know how techniques like pre-initiative work, how like Fa Jin works, how shit like that works. That can just bypass physical power, durability, shit like that.
Wait, you have to prove that he's only referring to strength and that he doesn't know what Fajin or pre-initiative are. You can't just say that and it'd be true.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's probably just him shit talking because he looks down upon people who use techniques. Now that he's got physically stronger, he's able to put those people to shame in his eyes because of how much he's gotten physically stronger, and because he has the fucking German fucking rock technique or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't fucking know.
You again, you have to prove that he's trash talking. You're assuming that he's trash talking. There's nothing to support that. You're saying that because he sees techniques as like lesser than him.
Oh,
But
you
like
want me to?
just saying that he sees techniques as lesser doesn't mean like he's trash talking. He could just speaking like he's not just trash talking. He could just be speaking like out of genuine knowledge. Like he knows that they can put it to shame. He's not like, oh yeah, for sure they can. Like I'm trash talking. You have to prove he's trash talking.
You know what happens if I apply that same logic to this statement?
No. What happens then?
Okay. You need to prove that he's like
That he's being genuine and that this is true? Yeah,
You need to
okay, that's fine.
wait. Chill. You need to prove that he has like a full grasp on all of their techniques and power that can like put him to shame, like beat him.
Do you know what the law of non-contradiction is?
Yes. What
You
the
do?
fuck?
Okay, so the law of non-contradiction states the statement cannot be both true and false at the same time. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we only get the thing that this true and nowhere else in the manga says this not true, it must be true. Like
What the
unless
fuck,
unless
dog?
unless you have like contradictions.
Yeah, that's the thing. Character statements can be valuable. Character statements can be wrong. Character statements can be out of context. Character statements can be interpreted in a whole lot of ways. That goes for any statements, actually. So I'm interpreting this in a way that he's talking shit because he's a character and he's valuable. He can just say shit. A whole lot of Kengan characters say shit. Fucking, what's the guy in the first round that fights Hatsumi? Chiba is all like, yeah, by the end of the tournament, I'm gonna be stronger than Kano Agito. Obviously, that's not true because, like, even currently, he's probably not stronger than
Yeah,
round
because
one.
that's later contradicted by him
Yeah.
losing. Whereas this isn't.
Well, no. I said by the end of the tournament, he just doesn't have a physical stats to keep up with shit like
Yeah,
pre-initiative. Is what
exactly.
I'm saying.
He's not stronger than him at the end of the tournament. That's contradictory.
Okay, yeah, and I'm saying. Well, no, that was just for the point of me saying Kengan characters just talk shit a lot, and they could just not be telling the truth. So Julius is a character; he can be wrong. Nothing supports the fact that he can be stronger than all of these people. And we do know that Julius actively looks down upon people who use techniques, and he hates them.
He doesn't hate them.
He hates techniques. You want to move on? Because I don't think you have any other points. I don't really have much else to say about this.
Just move on to your Misasa skinning.
Let me Misasa. You want the judge to judge this or no?
No, I'll just concede on the point. Go to me
Okay,
and
that's fine.
Misasa skinning.
Misasa's strong enough to go toe to toe with Lolong, and he can't beat him easily.
Oh.
Right?
No, he's not strong enough to go toe to toe. He's just saying that he's not strong enough to beat him.
He says that his power is a threat and he can't beat him easily. That would imply some degree of relativity.
That's not going toe to toe.
What? Someone's power being a threat to you and you not being able to beat them easily?
Yeah, toe to toe is like they're like matched equally. Who's pinging me, Max?
Do you agree that there's some degree of relativity between them? Like, Lolong's not one-shotting Misasa. Misasa's not like one-shotting Lolong. They can pair each other's attacks and give each other like a good fight.
Wait, how does them going toe to toe like even like match Misasa's like ability to damage Julius though? Actually,
I have no clue what the fuck you just said.
I'm saying like let's say they were go to toe to toe and like they're like relative and stuff. Well, how does that like boost his AP at any degree to like hurt Julius?
I was gonna get into that. Are you like steelmanning a scaling or what?
I'll steal mana for now. Yeah.
Okay. What's it called? You're aware Lolong just one-shots Toa?
Huh?
Are you aware that Lolong just one-shots Toa?
But he beats him in one hot when with one hit and with technique. Yeah.
Yeah, he one-shots Toa. That's what I said.
Okay.
Misasa should be able to perform a similar feat if he's able to. Actually, yeah. Are you aware that Toa is like above slightly Julius?
Sure. Wait. So wait, you're just assuming that Lolong's gonna be whipping out like Toa destroying one shots against Misasa throughout the whole fight?
Of course.
Can you prove that?
Sure. What reason does he have to hold back against him?
Wait.
What reason would he have to just hold back to a degree where he like actively hinders himself during a fight?
You're assuming that Lolong would rely like on Toa slayers, like on an opponent as small as Misasa. Like Misasa's like significantly smaller than Toa Muro, so like you're just assuming that he would rely on these Toa slayers.
Yeah, you're implying that he's just holding back against his opponents, which is just regressive. Like you're saying, oh, this character he's holding back against this character for, yeah, he's smaller than him physically. What?
Wait,
what kind of sense does that make? Okay, you're saying he's holding back on
yeah, but that doesn't mean
Misasa
Lolong
because
would
he's
resort for
physically
like
smaller.
the same move for different threats. Unless you can prove that. Unless you can prove to him using the same move for different threats.
He would have to be doing something relative, otherwise we just don't.
Actually, we do, cause like you know Oma, right? Yeah, you know the Oma versus Lolong fight, right?
Yes.
Okay, so like you would obviously agree that that Oma and Toa are not similar in like physical attributes, right? Like in physicality, like they do not look the same. One looks like a gigantic mountain, and the other looks like a normal human being who's buff, right?
Yeah.
So when Lolong is fighting these not super mountain guys, who like look like they just can like lift a car. My bad. Wait, I was going somewhere with this. My bad. He would just use different techniques to like beat his opponent, and this is shown in the Oma versus Lolong fight, where Lolong legitimately tries to ring out Oma in the fight. So we do have like context that Lolong uses different ways of winning against different opponents. We obviously see that Misasa and Oma are like similar or more similar in physicality than Oma and Toa, whereas with Toa he can't obviously ring him out, so he knocks him out with one blow. But Oma he can just ring him out. So you're not proving that he would just use Toa slayers throughout the whole fight.
I don't think he's actively only trying to ring him out throughout the entire fight. I think that's really dumb. Like,
why?
I hope you're not claiming that.
No, I'm claiming that he would use different techniques to beat different opponents of different threats.
He doesn't just one-shot Oma at the start of their fight like he does Toa. Two.
Yeah, exactly. So he uses a different technique to beat him. He's using
He
different
could never
strategies.
use that technique against Toa. Because he got fucking one shot.
Wait, what are you saying?
Toa got one shot, so obviously he's not going to use the same techniques against him. I'm saying Wolong's not going to detriment himself and use a different amount of force against him for some ungodly reason.
Wait, why would he? Wait, no, you're being
okay, wait. If you're claiming that he's just going to start arbitrarily using different amounts of force for different people, that's just going to progress the debate.
I'm claiming that like Lolong would use different strategies to beat different opponents. He sees
Okay,
Toa,
yeah, that's fine.
this
That's
big
fine. That's
muscle
fine.
man, that he would try to knock out
I agree.
because he can't push him off the ring.
I
Oma,
agree, he uses-
almost slaughtered. He
I-
would just use a
wait,
defensive
wait.
strategy
Agreeing
to
to
beat
you.
them.
You just said he. Look, Reiji, you can't like talk while you're talking, right? He's louder than you, right? Of course, he's not gonna fucking hear you. I don't blame Max at all. Max, what he's saying is that he agrees.
He agrees that Lolong would use different
Well,
techniques for
actually,
different sets.
hold on. Okay, Reiji, what specifically do you agree with?
I agree that he uses different strategies against different people. What I'm disagreeing with is that for some reason Lolong's gonna like throw a punch and it's gonna have 100 force against Toa, but when he fights Misasa, he's gonna start using 5. That's
Okay. Yeah, go ahead,
That's what
Max.
You have to prove that. You're only proving. So what you're saying is that Lolong would only use like instead of 100%, he would use like the 5 or the 50. You have to prove that.
I'm saying he would. Okay, I'm saying at best we would have to assume, quote unquote, that he's using like the same amount of force or a relative amount to that when he fights every opponent. Otherwise, we just regress. Like we would just arbitrarily say that everyone is holding back against everyone, and then we can't progress the debate.
Right. So you're saying you're assuming that Lolong's going to use the exact same amount of force or a similar amount of force as he did with Toa with every single opponent.
I'm
just
saying
not
we
sure.
have. I'm saying
Because
we. I'm
if he
saying we.
was, he would be doing similar
Wait.
to wrestlers.
I'm saying we would have to prove, or we would have to go by that. Otherwise, we can't progress the debate because we can arbitrarily say that every character is holding back. So unless you have a reason specifically that Misasa, or he would hold back against Misasa, when the contrary is stated, then you don't have an actual argument as to why he would be holding back. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Reiji, I'm gonna interrupt you right there by saying, I concede the debate. I actually gotta go eat, so I'll just concede the debate and say Reiji's better than me because I gotta go eat. My bad, bro.
Okay.
He did not have to eat.